Hello everybody, welcome to this new video. It's been a long time since I made my last video. Now this time we are going to talk about Google Earth Pro. Now Google Earth Pro is open source software actually which can make you GIS related things a lot easier. I mean you don't have to go to ArcGIS or QGIS for simple tasks like calculating area or finding out coordinate of a place. So let's see actually how to download it at first, install it. Now just you need to write Google Earth Pro, then click on this link. You'll see that there are three versions of Google Earth Pro. One is about Google Earth Pro on web, that is actually on a website, and another is Google Earth Pro desktop. This is what we are going to use, and you can also use it on your mobile phone, and you know that it comes with a lot of less functionalities. So just click here and install your application, then come to this Google Earth Pro interface. Now I'm assuming you are a beginner, so let's start from just the scratch. Now at first you will see a presentation like this, but you won't see those grid lines. Well, let's see how to zoom over a place actually. Now there are a couples of way to zoom over a place. You can just double click on your mouse and again double click, or you can use your mouse just to scroll down and zoom wherever you want. Now let's see another way of zooming over a place. Let's say for example you have already created a point. Now maybe you don't have already created it. Don't worry, I'll teach you how to do that. Now double click on that point here under my places, and you'll see it will take you there. Now to remove this, make this a hollow, right click on this point, go to properties and style, color, outlined. So that's it. Now if you want to see the 3D representation for this place, at first you need to check this terrain parameter, then hold your shift key and change it using your mouse. You see 3D representation of this place. Or you can do another thing, that is you can just drag this icon over here. If there's any street view, then you'll see the street view for this region, but I know there's no street view, so it will show you just 3D representation of this area. Seems like exit. Yeah, now you can hold shift key and see the real picture. Alright, so now if you want to go to the back position, I mean normal position, just double click on that point. Fine. Now let's talk about these icons actually. You see this is north. You can change this position by, if you click left side, it will rotate in the west side, or if you click the right side, it will rotate in the east side. Okay, you can do these things. You can also just drag this N sign and rotate as you wish. Fine. And you can zoom also by using this plus icon. Just to hold that plus icon, it will zoom in, and you can also zoom out by this way. This is like actually a scale. You can drag it, it will zoom out. You can drag it upward, it will zoom in. So These are just some ways of zooming. Now, if I show you that, you can see some imagery date here, 2015, lat long for this position, while my cursor is right now. Then you can also see elevation right here. Elevation is, you can see here, 4,678 meter. And if you change your mouse position, cursor position, you'll see that elevation does indeed change as well. So you can change this meter to feet. I mean the unit. You can change the unit. Also, you can see that our lat long are in decimal degrees. If you want to change that into, let's say for example, degree minute second, you can also change it. For to do that, head over to this options, tools, then options, and under this 3D view, you can change it to degree decimal minutes. No, degree minutes seconds. Apply. Okay. Now you see our coordinate system units are now in degree decimal degree. Sorry, degree minute second. And now we are going to change, let's say for example, this meter into feet. So tools, options, then you can see right here units of measurement. You can see, click feet or miles or just system default. Let's see what happens. System default is, I think, feet. So you can see feet now. No, I'm not going to set it to feet. I'm just going to set it to meters or kilometers. Apply. Okay. Fine. So now we are okay with those meters, feet. Okay, coordinate system. I'm just going to change it to decimal degree. And for that, you see that I have some grids. For that grid, you can choose this universal transverse marketer. Once you choose that, I think it will automatically be there. Okay, apply. Fine. Now let's talk about some interface features. You can see here places, you have some my places and temporary places. At first, if you are just fresh opening this software, you don't have these attributes because I have added these things. So then whenever you add something, it will add here or here. Then you'll see there's layers. These are actually already there for you. You see terrain, and if we check this gallery icon, then you'll see some, if there's any pictures, I mean photos for a region, you'll see that photos. Yeah. Now, yeah, you can see here people uploaded pictures. If you click on it, you can see that. Yeah. Also, you can zoom in, zoom out, back to Google Earth. Then you'll see roads. Also, there's a road layer. Now, previously, you didn't had any road layer. Now you see roads. If I uncheck it, roads will be gone, disappeared. Well, you can also search a place right here. Let's say, for example, USA, Florida. Yep, right here. Let's zoom over here. You can see all those buildings. Now, to see the 3D representation of this place, you can check here this 3D buildings layer. Now you can see it's in 3D mode. If I now just uncheck this 3D buildings, you see the change difference. You see, it's a bit flat. Now that's the change. Now let's see that street view. When I drag that icon over here, you'll see if 3D street view is available, the roads are going to turn into this bluish. It's not blue actually. It's whatever it is. This color, okay. And let's see now the street view. Now you can go up forward by double clicking your mouse or just use your scrolling. You can go forward. It's you can also rotate it 360 degree to see the exit street view. Fine. All right, then what else do we have? We have borders, and here borders. Then we have sub components, borders, labels, places. Also, there's something called announcements. Fine. Now let's see how to add some shapefile. Let's say, for example, you have a shapefile. Now you want to add that in Google Earth Pro. How do we do that? So to add a shapefile, you can go to File, then Open, and navigate to the place where you have stored your shapefile. Okay, BD. Yeah, I can see there's nothing, but I know that I have stored some shapefile here. So to see that, you need to go to this region here and change that into SDSHP. Now you can see my shapefiles. Open. Now it's telling you, do you want to apply a style? Let's say, for example, at first we don't want any style to apply. And check it. See, our shapefile has been added. Now if I click somewhere right here, you'll see all these things will pop up. These are actually my attribute table. When you open a shapefile in Google Earth, Google ArcGIS, you'll see some attribute table. So these are those attributes, all of the attributes related or belonging to this region. Now, if you want to make it hollow, you can right click here, go to properties, and outlined. Okay, I see these are outlined. You can also change other things like width and color. How to change outline color right here. Okay, I can see color is also changed. All right, now let's see what other things we can do with this shapefile. If we click here, and you can also uncheck some shapes. I mean, some point boundaries. You see, let's zoom a bit here. Now you'll see when I uncheck this one. You see here, these boundaries are gone. You see, so you can also uncheck some boundaries if you want to. Alright, now let's say, for example, for land use classification, I have collected some points, validation points of 2010. Now I want to match those validation points in Google Earth Pro to see whether or not my validation points are correct. So, we can use Google Earth Pro to go out to prehistoric data. using this historical imagery. Now, before we do that, let's see what are these tools actually. So this one is actually, it's going to take you to the Google Earth Pro online web, what we saw at the beginning actually. So let it open. It will take some time. And here it's also Google Map view and save image. We'll see that what's the use of this icon. And print email shows ruler. We'll actually see that shortly. And how to draw a line, polygon, and measure area. We'll see that later. And all those features we'll see actually later. Now let's see this one. This let's inspect this tool, that is, you see historical data, show historical imagery. So right now you can see that our image is of 2022 and November 11, and you can also go back. And now the image is from 2012. Let's go out and zoom out, zoom to a place. So this way you can see the changes over time. Let's say for example over 10 years you want to see change over a particular region. Let's see what was this area in 2006. It was a bit sparse but still dense. But what happened in 2022? Very dense. Alright, so let's go to Google Earth Engine to show you some points that I have collected to verify in Google Earth Pro. So this is our script actually, and here you can see all of our points, validation points. We have lake, ponds. Now I'm going to show you just lake. Let's uncheck all of them. And you see, these are our lakes. Now we are going to export this map, export those points as shapefile and import in Google Earth Pro to see whether or not they are really lakes in 2010. The image I used here for to collect these points was actually Landsat image of 2010. So it might be okay. I mean, it might be lakes as well in Google Earth Pro. Now to export these points, what you can do is you can use this function. But if you do this one, actually I just wrote down a for loop. So if I just now run it, all of my points will be in the taskbar at the same at a time. So I don't have to do that for each of those points. I mean classes. So I have already exported my points in my in my drive. So now we are going to just only going to work with lakes. Now to download it, right click here. Give me a second, just download. It's zipping it, then it will be downloaded. Now our zip file has been downloaded. Now let's go there, and I have extracted the files. You just have to click here, right click here, and extract all those files. Here you can see all of our lake files are here. So now what you can do is that you can just select all of these files and drag it to Google Earth Pro, or what we have done previously, go to file and then open. Then you have to go to the downloaded folder. I mean downloads, lake, here, lake file, and open. Do you want to apply the style? Let's say for example at first no, We'll see how to actually apply some what style. So here you can see our, let's uncheck the shape file. Now you can see our shape points are not visible, pretty visible actually. Let's change some icons. Let's do this one. Okay. Now you can see points are pretty visible. Let's see this one. Now we said that in 2010 this region, these points are lakes. So now we are going to see whether or not really it was lake. So go to our historical images, this this scale bar, and drag to 2010. You can see that in 2000, even in 2005, it was a lake. So yeah, fine. Our validation points are okay. Now let's go to other points as well in class 10. You can see it was also a lake. So this way, I think this historical imagery tool is very useful one for people who are working with prehistorical images. Now let's see how we can apply some styles. Again, go to File, Open, and yeah, Open. Yes, we want to apply some styles. Um, Color. Use random colors. Okay. Field, no field. It's telling you to save it somewhere. So you're going to save it in where. In save. Let's see what it does. So you can see we have now points of different colors. Each of them are of different color. You see? Not each of them, I think. So by this way, you can apply a different style to different points. Pretty cool, isn't it? So it's a nice lake actually. We call it Boga Lake. Now, if you want to change your shapefile, I mean lake shapefile or your boundary shapefiles, what you have to do is right click here, then save as, save place as. Select a particular place where you want to save it, then name it like lake points or whatever you want, then save it. And it should not go out from this place every time you exit. I think it will stay here. But if it doesn't, I think you have, all you have to do is save to my places. I think then it will not disappear, it will stay in your Google Earth Pro. All right, everybody, today we are going to start off with Google Earth Pro overlay. Type Google Earth overlay. Okay, then click on this link, Google Map overlays. So what it does is actually it provides a bunch of layers, I mean map layers like a street map, elevation map, etc. etc. So at first you have to log in here. I have already logged in, that's why you don't see that option here. There's an option called login. Once you log in, then you will have this link active and then download it. Click on it, it will be automatically downloaded. I have downloaded it. You can see right here. And if I double click on this link, you can see now a layer has been added to my Google Earth Pro. Fine. So currently it's OpenStreetMap, I think. Yeah. Now here you will see a lot of different map layers. Let's start with road layers of the world. Yeah. Now you can see major roadways of United States. If we zoom in, it will give us more detail, I guess. Yeah, all the road boundaries. There's also other layers like maps, relief layer. Now you can see it's showing us elevation. Here we can see just things that are above our ground level. You can see some structures. These are actually above our ground level. Also, you can see some trees here. All right, but if you zoom out, you can get an idea like which region is comparatively at higher elevation. Okay, you can see for the United States, this region is hill region actually, and in this side, this region is a bit hilly. Yeah, but Florida is completely flat. Florida, Georgia, these are completely flat. Yeah. So you have other layers as well, like a hybrid layer, then map box, terrain. So I think you can use it sometimes if it's necessary for you to use. We don't need it, so let's delete it. Okay, fine. Now we are at our last stage. In this part, we are going to talk about like how to draw a polygon line and measure the distance area. At the same time, creating a base map in Google Earth Pro. So without further ado, let's see how to do that. So you can draw polygons, let's say in here, by just clicking on this scale bar, height ruler, and here you'll find this line, path, polygon, all those options. So, or if you are all just interested in polygons or points, for points you can click here. It will create a point. You can P1, name it, and also write some descriptions. You can see here latitude and longitude in decimal degree, and okay. Now you can't move it, but you can move it before you set its name or description. So set it how you want it. Then let's say P2. P2. Fine. Also, we can change its color. Yeah, and size as well. Scale view. Here, this one. Fine. Now, for making a polygon, you can click on this one, or you can do that from here. Here, you need to select this polygon. Then you can draw a polygon right here. Oh, this point. Yeah. You can also change these points as well. See? Yep. Fine. Now save it. You can also see the perimeter area. Area is in hectares. You can change it to square miles or square kilometers, 10,000 square kilometer. Fine. Then save it. Now it's telling you to provide name or description. So poly one. No description is required. We can change the outline color. Right now it's in red. We can change it to this one. And okay. Fine. Now let's say you want to draw a road, a line. Now we are going to draw a line. Here you can see path. This region, let's say for example, there's a path. Save it. Okay. Now Google Earth Pro does indeed provides a very cool feature, which is this path. Now you can see the elevation along this path. I mean the variation of elevation along this path, highest elevation, lowest elevation, etc. etc. So right click on it, go to show elevation profile. Now you see, very nice one. When I move my cursor right here, you can see that that's a red line, tick line, pointing where actually I am. So right now you can see the height is 932 at the left corner. Then I think the highest elevation is here, 200 and 2788 meter. Yeah, and over here you can see that minimum, average, and maximum elevation. Also, there's a lot of other parameter I get information here. So that's really very handy when we do like survey works. Fine. Now let's see properties, path, properties, and what measurements. You can say it's 72 miles long. Also, you can change it into kilometers, 116 kilometers long. Fine. Now you can also export these points into a shapefile. I mean, properties, save. How can I export it? Save place as. Yeah. My .kmz file. You see. Let's say I want to save it. Kmz save. Now you can open that KMZ file in Google Earth Pro, sorry, in QGIS or Google, ArcGIS. In QGIS, you don't have to convert this KMZ file into a shapefile, but in ArcGIS, you have to convert the KMZ file into a shapefile at first. So you can also see those videos on YouTube. These are pretty available. I'm not going to show you those things. Now let's say for example you want to create a base map for this region, and we can do that. Let's change the thickness of that boundary. Okay. Now to make a base map, what you can do is at first hide sidebar. So it's going to you are going to have more coverage. Then what we can do is file, save. You can do this save image, or you can just click here save image. Now you can see it's now a base map type feature layout. Now here you can add your title, map title. You can also see your scale bar right here, and north arrow sign. Also legend, feature 1, feature 2. Actually these are all those features. What are these features actually? Let's see it first. Feature 1, feature 2. We don't have any feature 1, I think. Alright, don't worry, we can delete that. Yeah. So now you can write whatever you want. Okay. Now in features, we don't need this feature 1, feature 2, feature 3. Alright, P1, P2, refresh. Fine. and you can also place it to different place. You can write some description as well, and you can place it wherever you want. And finally, we are going to export it. So save image. Before we save our image, what we are going to do is set our resolution. So let's say you want a 4K resolution. Fine. Then save image. Let's save it. Alright, might file name. It's going to take some time to export it because it's very high resolution map. Well, our map has been exported. Now let's see that. Yep, you can see this title is pretty small and legend is small, so we need to increase the font size of those things and increase the size of those points. Also, this line. So I know that you can make a lot more nice base map using ArcGIS or Google QGIS, but it's just a easy one, a bit of easy one. Yeah. All right, then I think I don't have anything else to show you guys. But one last thing I want to show you is that whenever we zoom in Google Earth Pro, it becomes 3D. So it does not stay in this 2D two-dimensional way. Now to stop that, stop that automatical 3D view, you need to go to these tools and options. I have already stopped that actually. Then go to this navigation, not navigation, 3D view. I think I forgot that. Catch navigation. Oh yeah, yes, in navigation. Navigation. You need to select this one. Don't automatically tilt while zooming. Just this one and apply OK. Then it will not automatically tilt. It's a very important one. And what? Oh, also I wanted to show you guys, let's say for example, how the importance of historical images. It's very powerful actually. Now in forestry we use it to see whether it's a plantation or natural forest, or it's a rubber plantation or a natural forest. So it's a very useful one. So let me show you just one example right here. If I find a rubber plantation here, that would be good. What is this one? It's taking time to load. Yeah, I think it's a rubber plantation. Yeah. So how do I know that? How do we discern it or be certain that it's a rubber plantation? So let's open this historical image layer and let's see from 2004. Here you can see it's at the plantation stage, at the beginning stage. Let's go forward. Yeah, they're planting trees. Now you can see this nice view. The easy way to identify a rubber plantation is that they fell down all the trees seasonally. So we'll see that, I think, sooner or later. Here you can see trees have fallen down. Not actually totally. I mean, it's not a good example. I saw some other regions where it's more prominent. So, this way you can understand whether it's a plantation or not. You see those shapes, these things denote plantation. Here you can see it's plantation. Yeah, it's not rubber. You can see. So, in plantation cases, people cut down trees rotationally. Like let's say, for example, after 10 years or 15 years, they cut trees. By this way, we can identify whether or not it's a natural forest or plantation. Here you can see it's plantation. So this Historical image option is very useful one. All right, folks, that's it. I think you have learned something new, and if you find this video useful, please comment in the comment section down below, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you.